Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Soo. This is my GoFundMe video, and so I'm going to show you what we're going to do, the area that we're going to cover. So anyway, right behind me, as you see, that's Jerry's temporary long-term shelter. Jerry's been in and out of Project Room Key. They're trying to find her housing, but then what they've requested her to do is give up one of her dogs. And she has 2 dogs. She said that she can only take one into housing with her that's been offered. And so she's not going to do that because these dogs have been with her as puppies. So she's not going to give them up. And I was the same way. So she's absolutely right in this. And so anyway, that's Jerry's story. We have Audrey here. Audrey is going to be another beneficiary, and actually we're going to interview her in a little bit. So on top of that, then I'm going to personally pay for my own shelter, so that's not coming out of this fund in any way. And then on top of that, we're going to try and squeeze in one additional Conestoga Huts. The size of the footprint is going to be 160 square feet, which is 10 feet by 16 feet in length. And we're going to have a cresting height of 8 feet in the shelter. And so those are things that we're raising the funds for. We're trying to come up with approximately $10,000, and the only reason why it's at that astronomical rate is because the ridiculous cost of lumber, the 16-foot length boards that we need, which are 2x8s, those are nearly $50 a board, and we need a lot of them. And so along with this video, I'm putting together all the costs that are currently in place at Home Depot and the lumber yards for lumber. And then you're going to see how much it costs. Just the platform by itself is nearly $1,100, just the platform. Fortunately, we have enough left over to build the exterior along with a double layer of insulation, plus the waterproofing that we're going to put on there. And then on top of that, we're adding a 3-foot porch on there, which is for the ingress and egress of the Conestoga Huts. But anyway, we're going to talk with one of the recipients, the beneficiaries, so that you can see who that individual is that you're going to help, and how it's going to impact them personally. So we'll be right back. Hey everybody, this is Derrick Soo. This is one of the beneficiaries of the Conestoga fundraising. This is Audrey, and she's one of the senior ladies. She's lived here on the street, unfortunately, for way too long, and has on occasions been a victim of some pretty serious violence. But anyway, I wanted to ask you, Audrey, how would a Conestoga Hut Tiny Home benefit you?
Beneficiary. I tell you that the safety, which is a high factor there, being a victim of theft, is that also would help. I need being just simply the weather, Mother Nature. I need a roof. See behind me, I've just got a tarp over a tent that's way too old to be out here. You know, tents are for weekends.
It's not very safe either.
No, I've been a victim of so many violent crimes. that's why it would benefit me, having walls and a locked door.
Yeah, that would be a big difference then, because they couldn't just walk in your front door, unzip your door, and come in. Like,
Even if you rig it with both zippers with a lock, I've had them come with a knife and just cut it wide open. So that it would greatly benefit me for my survival.
Alrighty. Okay, Audrey, thank you for sharing with us. Thanks, folks. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
So in closing, folks, the Conestoga Hut Tiny Homes are going to make a big difference. These are actually twice the size, or nearly twice the size, of the average Conestoga Hut, which is far smaller. But then, because these ladies have acquired some property and things, valuables that they want to hang on to, it just seems feasible and reasonable, since they've been out here a long term, to get them into something much more safe, secure, and warmer in the winter, cooler in the summer. Actual door with locks on it, and then internally, as funds allow us, we're going to be adding in the bathroom with the shower stall, and it'll have hot and cold running water, a 70-gallon water tank, a mini kitchen that will be included in there. 12-volt LED lighting is part of this, and the best part is that they'll be able to have their own power source, which will be the sun. So it costs them anything additional for having electricity, which will make their life substantially easier, and they'll be able to even hook up medical equipment in the eventuality of health issues deteriorating out here. So these are all things that we could have been working on years ago, but it's taken this long, and right now these are ladies that we need to really plan ahead for. Over the past weekend, we had a really ugly event happen, where a neighborhood bully came in here and threatened most of the folks here on this street. And then to reinforce his threats, he literally threw gasoline on people and on property, and threatened to light people on fire. So this is something that we're having to deal with. The ladies themselves are constant victims of people like this, a community bully, and so it took several of us male figures to drive him off. He hasn't been back, and that's good for him, because if he comes back, it's going to be really ugly, because we've already developed a plan on dealing with this bully. He literally was going to burn people alive. He threw gasoline on ladies, on the women. You just met Audrey. She was one of those people he threw gasoline on and threatened to light her on fire. And then Jerry's car happened to be there, and he threw gasoline on Jerry's car and threatened to light that on fire. So these are the type of people that we need to have stronger shelters and barriers against, and we need to protect these ladies, these seniors, because they really don't have any other way to protect themselves but by having a shelter that has designed safety and security built in, that makes things much safer for them, and then gives us, the rest of the camp, more time to react to the situation. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please consider donating to the GoFundMe here for Conestoga Huts here at 77th Ave Rangers. Oh, once we get these in place, these are going to be open for tours. So all of you that are considering donating, or even are curious about the solar systems, the pump systems that we're going to be installing, it'll be on video, but also you can actually come down here and see it operational. You'll be able to see inside the Conestoga Huts and how they're arranged. So that's one of the features that we're going to be including with this GoFundMe, that you can actually come here and see everything, once we get things up and running and in place. So please consider donating to this very worthy cause. Thanks. We'll be right back.